What's up, guys? It's your boy TPP, and I'm back with that true crime talk, baby. Let's go. Before we go, though, before we jump into this topic, and it's a good one, it's a mushroom topic, man. Before we jump into it, though, do me a huge favor, smash that like button. If you haven't already, smash that subscribe. Now, if you're new here, welcome. Smash the subscribe. But if you're not new here and you have not smashed that subscribe and you're one of that 60% of people that keep coming back and watch my content without subscribing, shame on you. Shame on you. You're still in content. It's not. It's only free if you subscribe. That's the etiquette here on YouTube. I wouldn't do that to you. I wouldn't if you're making content and I was watching your content every time it dropped and I wasn't subscribing. It wouldn't happen. I got more heart and integrity and honor than that. Come on, guys. Do me a favor. Smash the button. It's free. Let's go, baby. All right, let's jump into it. I'm done pandering. Let's do it, guys. Oh, wait. Before we jump into it, I just wanted to say we're also covering this topic because yesterday, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday or the day before. I did a video about murderous moms. We covered 4 different cases, and one of the cases was a case coming out of Australia of a mom who murdered some people and, I guess ex-family members with some mushrooms. And it's out of Australia, and one of my subscribers / friends / true crime family members, she's from Australia. Thought about her whenever I came across it. I was like, man, how does she not know about this? We're going to cover it, see if she knows it. If she doesn't, now she's going to know. And let's see if she can find this information, right? Shouted her out and asked, hey, let me know. Well, guess what? Today, she let me know. She shot me, pretty early too. Shot me an article, and that took me into a deep dive. And, well, because of that deep dive, now you guys are getting a late night video. I should probably already be in bed, but hey, this really cool creator, this really chill creator, Penny Pumpernickel, she made a little comment. One of my videos when I was talking about being tired, this, that, whatever, crying about, whatever work schedule. And she said, sleep is overrated. So you know what? Today we're rolling with Penny Pumpernickel's motto there. And, I've heard it before, but she lives by it. So let's go with it, dude. Let's do this video. All right, guys. Tashi, this one's for you. Thank you for the information. I appreciate you. Give me some feedback on this video. Let me know what you think. And if you hear anything different besides what I put out here on this video, to hit me up. But anyways, guys, let's jump into it. Okay, first up, I pulled up a tab on some information on these death caps, right? Just do a little quick read through on the death cap. Forgive me for this page, this Britannica page, because it's got an insane amount of pop-ups and they're extra annoying. They cause the page to jump around and it's hard to read. But we're going to try to make our way through it best as possible without me stumbling over 100 words or going four-wheel driving out in the weeds. You know how it goes, though. We'll probably end up in the weeds a little bit. All right. Death cap, Amida phalloides, poisonous mushroom of the family Amidaceae, order Agaricales. That's about as good as it's going to get, guys. I'm not trying that one again. You try it if you want. Say it 3 times fast. I dare you. It is the deadliest known mushroom to humans, responsible for a majority of mushroom poisonings worldwide, some of which prove to be fatal. Bro, obviously. Death caps are native to Europe, where they are widespread throughout the continent as well as on the British Isles. For a time, they were thought to be native to other regions as well, until U.S. researchers with historical and DNA evidence proved that they had been brought to North America on the roots of imported trees. Dude, try to read that while it's moving like that. That sucks. They can now be found as an invasive species on every continent except Antarctica. We're gonna do. I'll show. You guys seen the pictures, right? Right there. We're not going to do description, but we will do the talks. So, toxins and poisoning. The death cap contains 3 main types of toxins: amatoxins, phalotoxins, and virotoxins. It is, dude, oh my lord. Do you see that shit? How am I supposed to read that? It is unknown what function the toxins are meant to serve in nature. In humans, amatoxins prevent the production of DNA. Holy you know what I mean? That's dangerous. Yeah. Which leads to liver and kidney failure, and if untreated, coma and death. Sounds so pleasant. A single mushroom may contain many times over the amount of toxins that would prove fatal. Ingesting only a small piece is enough to kill an adult. The toxins cannot be destroyed by boiling, cooking, freezing, or drying the mushrooms. The medicinal imaging dye indocyanide green has cured death cap poisoning in mice, but has yet to be tested in humans. Bruh. Okay, so I really want to read the rest of this, but we're not because it's jumping around too much. It's going to give you some more in-depth breakdown of the poisoning and what all it does scientifically. But let's just say it's just a little brutal. It's a little painful. You're gonna feel it. You're definitely gonna feel it a little bit. It might not be the most ideal way to go. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So let's go ahead. We'll move on. Hopefully, this next freaking page doesn't jump around all crazy with ads because that one was unbearable. Unbearable. Okay. It did it again, man. What the heck? All right. Dude, I had this StreamYard down when my tablet all popped up perfect. Okay, share. That's the right one. Here we go. All right, guys. Here's the first article. No, Daily Mail. You can't have my info. You can't track me. No, this one's gonna do it too. Like, I really don't understand why these ads are doing this today. Let's see if I can shrink it. Is that gonna work? That might work, guys. I don't know. Oh, nice. Nice. Well, looks like we're abandoning that shit. Um, well, guys, that was like horrible, horribly botched. So we'll move on to the next tab, right? And basically, that one was a rundown. I wanted to read that. It's like one of the first reports when this happened. And I just wanted to give you like a kind of like a rundown of it. But basically, in that report, what it was going to give you is the original report of what happened. Right, the lady had cooked, a meal, a beef Wellington, and had used 2 different sources of mushrooms, one of which isn't regularly used in a beef Wellington, from what I've read and what I've been told. And everybody that ended up eating that meal got sick. 3 of the individuals died. One individual ended up in the hospital, and she herself, the cook, she got sick, but it wasn't enough to like kill her. She's fine. She's already out, right? Whereas the other person that didn't die at the lunch, he's still in critical condition. And then there was supposed to be one other person coming right to the meal, but he ended up not coming because he had been sick prior, just by chance. And that person was her ex, who she was trying to rekindle the relationship with. So it's all pretty strange. But the article gave a little bit of rundown on that. But what it also did was it gave a really refined, triggering breakdown on exactly what those toxins were due to the organs and how they shut them down and basically start to dissolve them, right? Like they basically start to just, fall apart pretty much, melt per se, I guess you could say. And it was, the article was really good. That's upsetting that it was a corrupt site. So, because yeah, I'd read it. Little bug, get off of me! I'm trying to shoot videos. Um, Little moth, they be flying around in the light. Country people, what's up. But yeah, man, that sucks. I really wanted to read that to you guys. It was probably a little bit triggering. The descriptions of it were kind of brutal. But basically, let's just say, guys, that the three people that died, it was a horrible death. The person that's in the hospital, critical care, critical condition, is probably in horrible amounts of pain. It is not a way you want to die. It's just not. Okay? So that's what was in that article. So we got a rundown of what the mushroom is. You guys got a little description of what it did to them. All right. Basically, it just shut their organs down, destroyed stuff, agonizing pain. Absolutely not the way to go. It's not the pleasant dine your sleep type of death. It's bad. Okay, so now we're gonna jump into the next article, right? Because when all this went down, you know how it is. The moment stuff goes down and true crime or in the whole crime community situation, um, people start digging, and because people start digging, both online people and then your reporters and your big news stations, they all start digging, and there's people that are usually more than happy to give up information that they know on people that are involved in whatever crime or case is popping off, and no different here. So we had a handyman come forward, right? And this handyman had some disturbing facts to share. We'll go ahead and just read through this a little bit. Okay, guys. So it's the Sun UK edition. Hopefully, this one's not corrupt. Okay. I am dead. Chilling death ball found inside mushroom cook Aaron Patterson's former home, dubbed with eerie drawings and messages. Yeah, it's kind of weird, guys. I ain't playing. I read through this one a little bit. It's kind of weird. A creepy death ball was uncovered at the former home of the mum whose poisonous mushroom meal left 3 dead. Red and blue markers were used to scroll eerie drawings and messages over the wall, with one chilling note reading, "You don't have long to live." That is pretty eerie. A tradesman says he found a death ball in Aaron Patterson's former home. This it's kind of not normal. It's kind of strange. I'm not gonna lie, it's strange. I would be marker pin drawing showing 2 people in the words "I am dead." This is Aaron Cook. Okay, let's read on. A mom of 2, Aaron Patterson. I said Aaron Cook. Aaron cooked the family man, not Aaron Cook. My bad, guys. Anyways, a mom of 2, Aaron Patterson, 48, is said to have held a deadly gathering on July 29th in a bid to try and win back her estranged ex-husband, Simon Patterson. She invited her former in-laws, Gail and Dawn Patterson, plus Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson, and her husband, Ian, to her home in Leongatha, Australia. Bro, that was a hard one. I know Tashi's gonna laugh on me at that one, right? I'm sure she is. But after eating the beef Wellington served by Aaron, the guests became violently ill. Doctors said their symptoms were consistent with poisoning by death cap mushrooms, which grow wild in the area. Remember that part, guys. Wild in the area. Gail and Don, both 70, and Heather, 66, later died. Ian has been hospitalized fighting for his life since, but will likely survive and could hold the key to the mystery. Now, a tradesman has revealed what he called a death ball inside Aaron's former home in Korumbura. Man, you guys all some crazy names out there. He said he was hired to paint the inside last year so it could be flogged. Not sure what flog means. Okay. The worker who wished to remain anonymous told news.com Australia, I've looked at it and gone, holy ish, what the hell's going on here? Haunting images show red, blue, and black graffiti on the kitchen wall. One chilling drawing shows two stick figures with the words I am dead and no, I am really dead. Besides them appear to be three tombstones with the words Grandma, rest in peace, Hannah, rest in peace, and me, rest in peace on them. Lit. Yo, some kids need some counseling, bro. That's not healthy. Okay, it's not healthy. Other parts read, you don't have long to live, 1 hour exactly. You're sick, dead from my sword, and get ready. What? Huh? Right. Okay, so see something, say something, right? I know there's a lot of us that don't like to be nosy and get into other people's affairs, but I'm doing work at a house and I come across a wall that has all this written on it. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I ain't gonna lie. I don't try to be nosy, but I definitely want to stop bad things from happening, and that's kind of sus to where I would be worried that there might be some kids that need to be helped, or you know what I mean, something of that nature. So I would probably take a picture of that wall before I cover it with paint and possibly send it to authorities. I'm just saying, maybe, you know what I mean? 'Cause that's just, it's not right. Something ain't right about that. I don't know if it's just me. Come on, guys, right? When you said something, that's some weird stuff. That's pretty sus. I mean, if your kid was in class writing that same stuff on a piece of paper, the teachers would have some stuff to say. Some people would be getting some calls. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think this dude should turn that in. Anyways, let's proceed. Let's proceed. Okay. The Painter 46 added, we started calling it the Death Ball. I mean, come on, they literally call it the Death Ball. Him and the group, the crew working on it, and they're not going to report this. Okay. I went. This is actually really scary for kids to do this inside the kitchen dining room. I didn't think it was right. It looked scary. It just didn't look right to me as a parent. He said that he believes Aaron explained the markings happened when she had gone out or something and the kids were there and had done that while they were out. Okay, so I don't care when they did it, how they did it, the content. Okay, here you guys. My bad. I'm right by this. Here's this gentleman, Ian Wilkinson, critical condition. Heather Wilkinson, Gail's sister, dead. Gail Patterson, dead. Don Patterson, dead. Simon Patterson dodged the bullet. He was married, is married, estranged from Aaron Patterson, the cook of the deadly mushroom mill, and we don't know the son and the daughter. Okay, so I'll stop getting off in the weeds, but man, you guys know this. I come across that, and I'm a parent. Even said it as a parent, it worried him, but yet he still didn't report anything. He just went and took you know what I mean, Aaron's word for it. I don't know, man. To me, it just feels like something that should have been. I don't know. They should have got into it? You know what I mean? He should have got into it. And said something. I know you don't want to get into things that ain't your business, but that one he should have. In my opinion, not whatever. Whatever. All right, guys. According to the property listings, the 3-bed home sold for $540,000. Yeah, last year, and then it's got the amount, and I don't know what that would break down. I guess that breaks down to $545,000. Anyways, it comes after Erin, who denies any wrongdoing, hit back at suspicions, claiming she is being painted as an evil witch. She told the Herald Sun she had become a prisoner in her home, branding the coverage of the case unfair. Erin this week gave her first detailed account of what happened before and after the fatal lunch in a written statement sent to cops on Friday and obtained by ABC. She revealed that she was also hospitalized after the lunch with bad stomach pains and diarrhea, but on a saline drip and given a liver protected drug. And the mom admitted lying to cops when she told them she had dumped a food dehydrator at a local tip a long time ago, which was later seized by cops. Bruh, bruh, bruh. So check that out right there. So she lied to the cops about having a dehydrator and said that she had gotten rid of it a while back, but she did have it, right? And why is that important? Because it's being said that she used two different sources of mushroom. One was the normal source that you would use that you get from a store, a regular grocery store, or a farmer's market, right? A proper edible mushroom that you'd use in the Wellington or whatever other cooking that you're going to be doing, right? She used that, but also what she used was a dried mushroom, and she claims to be getting it from a Asian market where she got this dried mushroom that she used in the beef Wellington, which is absurd. I don't know why she did that. Okay, now that's important because she has a dehydrator, and just keep that in your mind because there's other information that's about to come out that explains why that's important that she had that dehydrator, right? She had dehydrated mushrooms from an Asian store, but also had a dehydrator she lied about having. Sure, it makes sense, right? Makes sense. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to reread that. So, and the mom admitted to lying to cops when she told them she had dumped a food dehydrator at a local tip a long time ago, which has later been seized by cops. What's a local tip? Yeah, it's like a Goodwill or something like that. I don't know. It's crazy when you're covering crimes from other countries because you have the language barrier and stuff. So, um, Erin said that she was at the hospital with her kids discussing the food dehydrator when her ex-husband asked, "Is that what you used to poison them?" Ooh, bruh. Worried she might lose custody of the couple's children, Erin said then. Erin said she then panicked and dumped the dehydrator at the tip. Erin outlined the events of the fateful day for the first time in her statement. She said she served the meal and allowed the guests to choose their own plates and also ate a portion. My bad, guys. I had a message coming just now. Where did I go? I just lost it. She said she served the meal and allowed the guests to choose their own plates, and she also ate a portion of the beef Wellington herself. The mushrooms were a mixture of bud mushrooms from a major supermarket chain and dried mushrooms she brought from an Asian grocery store in Melbourne months before she claimed. Bro, so sus. So she uses mushrooms that you don't usually use in that meal. She claims they got them from an Asian market months prior, right? Like, why are you going to use? I just doesn't make sense. Her alibi lines up with what she's assuming the police are going to find and unearth, but it still makes no sense. Like it doesn't, and it just there's too many coincidences that she used like some random mushrooms you wouldn't use in that they got sick, and then she just so happened to like get sick, but it wasn't bad enough. I don't, you know what I mean? It just like come on, dude. We all know this too, right? We all know this. Well, I should say we all know this, but most of us that follow true crime and serial killers and all the different murderers and this and that. It's like it's well known women they lean into the poisoning. You know what I mean? That tends to be their way of you know unaliving folks. So mushroom, man, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know. It's all falling together. At the beginning yesterday, I was like, wasn't 100% sure if I thought it was an accident or she did it. I'm certainly more towards she did it, though, the more I read. You know what I mean? But let's read on. Let's see. Erin said she was taking the ambulance from the Leon Gatha Hospital to the Monash Medical Center in Melbourne on July 31st. Dude, what is up with the names, bro? Gippsland? Southern Health Service confirmed a fifth person came to the Leongatha Hospital on July 30th with suspected food poisoning as her guest fell ill. Erin said she was contacted by Department of Health and asked about the deadly meal. She said she kept some of the lunch and gave it to the toxicologist for examination. And despite reports of her children being at the meal, Erin said the kids had gone to the movies before lunch. Yo, man. Oh, I'm telling you, no coincidences, guys. I'm telling you right now, dude. Those kids were sent off the movies on purpose. Bet. 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 This shit, dude. I'm telling you right now. Dude, they seize her all for their computers and all for her electronics, and they start doing searches. Watch it; something's gonna pop up on that. She searched something. She had to. You know what I mean? All right, I digress. Let's go. All right. She said her children ate leftovers the following night, but they don't like mushrooms, so they scraped them off. See, that's the thing though, because that sets this up because check it out. That's not how mushrooms work. It's not just the mushroom. You having to eat the actual mushroom. When you cook that mushroom, it's going to release a lot of those compounds into the actual food it's being cooked with. So I don't. That's just doesn't seem right. It seems like they should have still got sick, but who knows? Or maybe she made a different portion for the kids. I don't know. That's sus though. I don't know if I believe that. Aaron said, I am now wanting to clear up the record because I've become extremely stressed and overwhelmed by the deaths of my loved ones. I'm hoping this statement might help in some way. I believe if people understood the background more, they would not be so quick to rush to judgment. I am now I am now devastated to think that these mushrooms may have contributed to the illness suffered by my loved ones. I really want to I really want to repeat that I had absolutely no reason to hurt these people whom I love. Erin said she was advised to give a no comment interview to police immediately after the deaths. I now very much regret not answering some questions following this advice given the nightmare that the process has become, she said. The mom also confirmed that her ex-husband Simon had planned to join the fatal lunch, but told her prior to the delay that he would not be coming. Damn, man, these are all the victims, the mushrooms. That's it for this article, guys. My lord, this case is crazy. It's so crazy. Let's go ahead and move on to this next. This next article gets a little bit crazier, guys. Things start to make a little bit more sense. It gets a little bit more sus. There we go. Okay, let's close that. Okay. Poison cook, shock mushroom deaths. Twist as an okay. I'm telling you guys right now, I might as well just restart this whole video for the fifth time because I can't read. But I'm not going to. We're just gonna have to endure it. Okay, let's push through this together. All right. Poison, cook, shock, mushroom deaths. Twist as Aaron Patterson claimed to be experienced forager who harvested wild fungi near home. So she claimed to got those mushrooms from a Asian market. Claimed to have gotten rid of a dehydrator months and months ago. Okay, well, let me back that. Claimed that she got those freaking dehydrated mushrooms from Asian market months ago, but then claims that she got rid of that dehydrator months ago. But then all of a sudden, she's an experienced forger of mushrooms. Bro, she told you, yo, it's gonna get sus. Aaron Patterson, the cook behind the Toxic People Hunting, is said to be an experienced forger who collected wild fungi. A friend of the Patterson family has claimed Aaron, 48, was known to pick wild mushrooms around Victoria's Gippsland region and was able to identify different varieties of fungi. So that being said, it's like, even if she had actually bought the dehydrated mushrooms months prior at an Asian market, yes, mushrooms look different once they're dehydrated from their hydrated state. But a lot of like people that are good at foraging can look at something, obviously before it's dehydrated and know what it is, but they actually can look at something that's been dehydrated or cured or whatever, and dude, they'll know what it is. And I only know this because one of my exes was, I mean, this woman knew everything in our region and could like identify it, pre-processed and post-processed. It was pretty amazing. So like how this lady didn't have a suspicion that these shouldn't be being put into the beef Wellington if they were bought from the Asian market, it's sus, man. It's sus. Okay. Let's read. Aaron's former parent-in-law, Dawn 70, Gail Patterson 70, as well as Gail's sister, Heather Wilkinson 66, and her husband, Ian, all became ill following a family lunch at her home in Leongatha, Australia on July 28th. I need to watch this video, like a news report on this, so I can hear how they say that damn name, because I feel like I'm just butchering it. Don, Gail, and Heather have since died. Ian is currently fighting for his life in Melbourne's Austin Hospital, where he is in critical but stable condition, and he is waiting for a liver transplant. So this man is only going to live if he gets a liver transplant. That's like how critical his condition is. And then it's like, it's crazy that they can put stable on critical condition. It's like, bro, you might die. How is that anything close to stable? Stably dying? Like, I don't know. Anyways, four-wheel drive. The family friend who has not been identified told Daily Mail Australia the Patterson family, including Aaron and Simon, would pick mushrooms each year when they were in season. Bro, did you guys just read that? Did you read that? The family friend who has not been identified told Daily Mail Australia the Patterson family, including Aaron and Simon, would pick mushrooms each year when they were in season. Not just Aaron, but Simon as well. And Simon just magically didn't show up for this meal. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have questions. Now, see, these articles are all I could find. The article we couldn't read, the one that was corrupted, that wasn't, like I said, that was all, it's pretty much all the same information we just read. It just added the description of what happens to you whenever you're poisoned with a mushroom, what happens to your kidneys, your liver, all that stuff. So, that being said, this is all the information that I have so far. And the feeling I'm getting from all this is not a good one. Not a good one. I'm having a hard time accepting that this is an accident. And I'm not trying to be one of those, those people that, runs with a conspiracy, creates a couple of conspiracy in their head and like, some type of like story and plot, I'm not that type. But what I'm gonna tell you is this has a really sus feel to it. It really does. I don't like a lot of it. She literally, let's see too. Look, I think because I have another article, I think I found that says a lot of the same stuff. Uh, you know what, guys? We'll go ahead and read this last article. I don't think it's that long. Okay, yeah, we'll read this last article. Share tab, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on it. Okay, here we go. Okay, Perth now. Aaron Patterson, family friend claims deadly mushroom cook had collection of books about fungi in her home. Oh, let's blaze through this real quick, but I think it's going to tell us the same stuff. But that right there, literally, not just they used to go collect mushrooms. Like, cause some people do that here in the States, right? Especially back east when morels are in season. And it's kind of like a traditional thing for a lot of families. But it's like you learn how to ID them correctly. They're pretty easy to ID. And there's a couple different types. And I know there's at least one type that looks similar, but you don't want to be eating it. But it's pretty easy. It's something you can learn. You know what I mean? Dude, death caps look like a lot of different mushrooms, right? Some that you can have, some that you can't. And I'm just saying, man, it's not like it was just a family tradition. They didn't just do it as a family. Like, she was skilled in foraging. She knew how to identify things. Like, bro, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a hard time talking. No, I'm having a hard time believing that this was an accident, guys. But let's read on. I see. I do it, dude. Every time I start getting off in the weeds with that 4-wheel drive. Let's get back up. Low gear. Let's go. Erin Patterson had a collection of books about mushrooms that she kept at her home where her fatal beef Wellington lunch took place, according to the family friend. The friend claimed she, the shelves of her family home at Leongatha included books about delicious yet potentially deadly fungi. It was reported this week that Miss Patterson, 48, was an experienced forager who, like many families in the area, pick mushrooms when they're in season. Okay, well, hey, you know what? I take back that whole little spiel I just said about, she had to be, like next level because it sounds like it's a traditional thing there. So if you have like a traditional seasonal thing families do, it's usually one specific type of mushroom, and you all get really good at IDing that one mushroom. But now this says that it's not just a seasonal thing. It's like she literally has books on it and recipes and whatnot. So that's something a little bit more than just a seasonal fun thing to go do. Uh, let's see what else. The friend said she had a number of books on the subject in her library. Heather's pastor husband, Ian, survived but remains in critical condition in the hospital. It is believed that the meal included deadly death cap mushrooms. And on Friday, the false claim that Aaron's own parents had died due to poisoning was exposed as a lie. The pair actually died of natural causes. According to the neighbor of Miss Patterson's mother, the death of Dr. Heather Scooter from cancer in 2019 was not quick. It took her slowly. She went to Melbourne for treatment and came back, and she died. A neighbor said. Her husband had died in 2011 after his own battle with cancer, with his ashes sprinkled on the beach. Miss Patterson's mother was a noted children's literature professor who had left a house on South Pacific Ocean headland at Edith and her will to her daughters when she died in early 2019. A copy of the will obtained by Daily Mail Australia on Friday shows she left her entire estate in equal shares to her daughters. Since her inheritance, Miss Patterson has bought 3 properties, including a house now infamous for having her children's satanic scrollings on the wall, and the land on which she built the Leongotha house where she held the mushroom pie lunch. Investigating police have said Miss Patterson is a person of interest in the three deaths. She has denied any wrongdoing. Perth Now and the West Australian are now suggesting she intentionally poisoned her four relatives. Her ex-husband Simon Patterson was invited to lunch but luckily pulled out at the last minute. Mr. Patterson himself spent 21 days in intensive care after collapsing from a mysterious stomach illness at his home in May. Yo, that's kind of crazy. Maybe that is coincidental. Throughout his stay in the hospital, Mr. Patterson kept his worried friends updated about his condition on social media. Mr. Patterson, no, it's Miss Patterson. Yeah, Miss Patterson kept his worried friends. Blah blah blah. Miss Patterson this week confirmed she had dumped a lawyer. She had dumped a lawyer she initially engaged after police declared her a person of interest in the death of her in-laws. The 48-year-old told ABC she had voluntarily provided a statement to police after realizing she had made a serious mistake, providing a no-comment interview to investigators on advice from her lawyer, whom she promptly dumped. Horrible. Miss Patterson is now represented by a prominent Melbourne criminal barrister. I'm not sure what that is. That's different in Australia. I don't think we have barristers here in the state. On Thursday, Victoria Police Deputy Police Commissioner Wendy Stindam told ABC Radio Miss Patterson's lengthy written account may have hindered the investigation. What I would say is that anything that is in the media working on an investigation, or back that way. What I would say is that anything that's in the media working on an investigation throughout the media is unhelpful to our investigation. That's not a confusing statement at all. The matter needs to be dealt with by us, looked at by us, and determined by us throughout what's actually occurred, and using the evidence that we have to determine and understand exactly what happened. If we can explain what caused the deaths, police have all but shut down commenting on the ongoing investigation, which Ms. Stindam said be lengthy. I don't think it helpful to actually comment further on this investigation. She said it is an active matter, and when we have more to say publicly, we'll do that. But I think to speculate or to talk about the aspects of the investigation in detail is unhelpful. All right, guys, that's it. I swear, man, this was longer than I thought. I knew I had some articles ready for you guys, but I didn't think it was going to take us that long to get through them. I apologize. Anybody that's still hanging in at this point and watching this video, I appreciate you all. But dude, this is a crazy one, right? But come on, like, let's face it, dude, this one's got the hallmarks of, a familicide. It really does. It has the hallmarks of it. Now the question is, some questions, right? We'll play the game, right? We'll start off with the most important questions. Do you believe that it was an accident or was it purposely done? Okay. If it was an accident, we stop there. It was an accident. But if you think it was purposely done, what was the motive? What was the motive? It's like she had invited her ex-husband, who she was supposed to be trying to get back with, his parents, his aunt, uncle, and him. And everybody was supposed to consume this meal. And had they all shown up, there's a good chance they probably would all be dead like they are now, besides the one gentleman that's in, the ICU waiting for, a new organ. Or, the ex-husband that didn't show up, he could have ended up either way, dead or in the hospital. That being said, it's like, okay, so did he just get lucky? Did he just get lucky by not showing up? Was it just coincidental? And she had just planned to kill everybody? And for what reason? It's like, what did she have to gain? Is there something that she would have to gain by her strange husband dying? I need to know this information. You know what I mean? There's more information that needs to be acquired to really get this figured out, the best as possible by somebody that's not obviously law enforcement and can see all the facts. But so far, it's pretty sus, man. You have like a bunch of people die from a mill. The mill's cooked with multiple mushroom source. The sources were acquired by a lady that knows exactly what she's doing with mushrooms, how to forage for them, how to process and cook them, how to ID them, the whole nine. But yet she makes a beef Wellington super toxic with toxic mushrooms and murks everybody, right? It's just, and then when the police start asking her questions, she doesn't want to answer, and then lies about a food dehydrator that you would use to dehydrate mushrooms, and one of the sources were dehydrated mushrooms. You get what I'm saying here? You get what I'm saying? And now we have a family friend saying, well, they would do seasonal mushroom picks, plus, Erin would forage, and she has multiple books on fungi and foraging and meal preparation of edibles, and also books on toxic mushrooms. Bro, I know. Innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. I know, guys. I know. But right now, the way that I'm seeing it is like, one, she did this on purpose. But for me, the one I need to know, is if there was something to be gained if the ex-husband had attended the mill and died. If she had killed all of them, right? Had the ex-husband been there and died, would there have been something for her to acquire through insurance, through whatever the case may be, right? And let's say he died, but she wasn't the benefactor in the chain of benefactor, right? Because you have a beneficiary chain where, like, if you die, your stuff goes to so and so, but if they're not there, it goes to so and so, so on and so forth. So it's like maybe if there was something to be gained from him dying, and she wasn't sure about her placement and the beneficiary, line, maybe she thought just get rid of his whole family, everybody that's close to him. The only people that are close to him outside of the family that was killed off would be his kids. So if he dies, everybody dies, then, the strange wife would probably receive anything that he has. But, that's one speculation, if she did it on purpose. But then there's the other one, right? It's like she was wanting to get back with the strange husband, and she made this toxic meal for everybody in the family. But then he doesn't show up, and then everybody in the family that eats this meal, besides her, dies. Well, one other individual who's an intensive care and literally has to have an organ transplant or else he's going to die, right? That all happens, and the ex who she wants to get back with, who she's estranged with, he doesn't come, he survives, right? So his parents are dead now. What does he have coming to her? Does he have did they have a will? Does he have some type of inheritance coming? So if it was an accident, it was an accident. That's horrible. But if it wasn't an accident, did she do it because she had something to gain? Or did she do it because her and her estranged husband had something to gain and they plotted together? These are the questions, guys. Apologize. My bad, earthquake. These are the questions, though, man. These are the questions I am pondering on this case. This case is intriguing to me. I'm glad I came across it. I'm glad Tashi sent me an article, and I'm glad I did the deep dive on it today and try to get as much information as possible. Hearing the statements from law enforcement there makes it, understandable why I'm only able to find a certain amount of information. But that being said, I'm going to stay on this one and try to keep up on any updates. I know Tashi's told me she's going to do the same for me. And anything that pops up on this, I'm going to have to make a video on now. I can't believe this one's almost 50 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this one up, guys. That's everything we know. That's my opinions on it. The 3 different options that it could be. I'm leaning more towards she did it because she had something to gain, and I think she really highly anticipated her ex-husband being there And I think that the whole months leading up to this, where she was trying to get re-friendly with him, I think that was just to cover for the fact that she was going to off him, his family, and receive some type of benefits from his death. That's where I'm leaning. Okay. So let me know what you guys think, though. Let me know what you guys think. You think she did it on accident? Do you think she did it to benefit herself? Do you think she did it with the husband to get some type of inheritance? What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Other than that, smash that like. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, hit that button. If you're feeling ever so generous, guys, share my videos, man. Share them out there. And here's the thing, dude, is I think a lot of people are confused on how the share thing works. Obviously, we all know, like, you could share out to other platforms, right? And that's awesome, but you can share straight to YouTube as well. So, like your community page, like you actually just post this video to your community page, you share it, right? And that helps the algorithm massively. Just because you don't have subscribers and you're just a subscriber and somebody that supports doesn't mean that you posting your community page sharing a video doesn't help. It does. That affects the algorithm huge. So everybody that's not doing that doesn't realize that they have power as a subscriber to help their content creators out. You guys have immense amount of power. It's not just the like button. That share button, it's huge. And like I said, it's more than just sharing out to other platforms. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Man, I hope you guys have an amazing night. Thank you for showing up for this. If you caught the premiere, if you didn't, hit that replay, gang. Let me know if you got the replay. Let me know your thoughts on it all. Much love, you guys. You know what it is. It's your boy, the Piscine Predator, aka TPP, baby. And until next video, I'm out, y'all. Much love. Peace.